A blind pianist witnesses a murder, but when he calls the police, he finds that the killer is actually a cop. He can't bear it, but the situation is beyond his control, so he reluctantly signs his statement. The funeral for Tommy is held as scheduled, and their neighbor, Grandma Helen, attends. At the scene, she points to a police officer and gives her testimony. Emily lied. I saw everything. A man went to his house that day, and he's definitely the killer. You should investigate him. However, Grandma doesn't know that the man she's referring to is actually the chief of police, and she has no idea about the connection between him and Emily. This ignorance ends up costing her dearly. The next day, Emily seizes an opportunity and pushes Grandma off the building while she's not paying attention. It's a twist of fate that Ryan sees it happen. Ryan is now on the brink of losing it, but he continues to play the blind man, as the police label the incident as an accident. Grandma dies without anyone knowing the truth. Emily's mental state deteriorates, and she becomes desperate to ensure Ryan's blindness is confirmed. So, she secretly laces his coffee with poison. At this point, Ryan has had enough and admits, I've been pretending to be blind just to find inspiration for my art. I really don't want to get involved in your mess. He signs the necessary documents, assuring everyone that he's leaving the country next month and won't say a word. But just as he lets his guard down, the drug kicks in. Emily had earlier given him a poisoned cookie. Ryan's last hope now lies with Lily, but he encounters a troublesome kid along the way. This kid has always suspected that Ryan isn't really blind, and he secretly recorded a video of him. The kid shows the video to Lily, who immediately rushes to confront Ryan. However, when he opens the door, he's stunned to see Emily there. Emily casually explains, don't misunderstand, my husband passed away recently. I've been feeling down, and Ryan has shared a lot of stories with me. I feel much better now. We're just friends, nothing more. Lily, enraged by the realization that Ryan has been deceiving women, storms off in frustration. Ultimately, Ryan's true nature is exposed. In the following days, he is truly blinded and no longer a threat. Emily is no longer afraid of him and reports him to the police, claiming, how could a real blind man ever defeat a police chief? Chief Carter listens to her story and decides to hunt Ryan down, but unexpectedly, Ryan manages to escape thanks to his knowledge of the area. However, he's still disoriented and ends up spending the night on the streets. The next morning, he wakes up in a hospital, having been saved by the fortune teller's sister and Tommy. The doctor tells him that he can undergo a corneal transplant, but just before the surgery, Ryan gets a bad feeling. He suspects that these three people might be human traffickers. So, he pleads, if you let me go, I'll give you 10 million. The fortune teller's sister, thinking Ryan has supernatural abilities, decides not to go through with the surgery. When Ryan wakes up, he confidently declares that 10 million is real. Meeting me is the luckiest thing that's ever happened to you three. So, the four of them team up and kidnap Emily, calling Chief Carter and demanding a ransom. Chief Carter arrives, arrogantly believing he can easily deal with them, but he ends up killing the driver. The fortune teller's sister panics and cuts the power to the elevator, causing Carter to angrily shoot at the elevator door. However, the bullet ricochets and hits him instead. Outside the elevator, the fortune teller's sister looks at the dead driver, feeling deeply regretful. Meanwhile, the doctor ties Ryan and Emily together as hostages, and they have no choice but to cooperate temporarily. Though they don't trust each other, Emily helps Ryan untie his hands, and Ryan removes her blindfold. They plan to escape together, but unexpectedly, Emily, using her visual advantage, manages to escape first. Emily, young and agile, tries to eliminate both the doctor and Ryan, but the doctor, with a quick move, injects her with a sedative. With only 2 people left, the doctor reveals a shocking secret to Ryan. I once scared Emily by drawing her blood, and it turns out her blood type matches that of the African king's daughter. She's a perfect match for an organ transplant, and we could sell her organs for 60 million. I'll give you 1,000. No one owes anyone anything. And thus, this chaotic ordeal comes to an end.